Hello, in this video we'll talk about the Solana plugin in Eliza OS and get a couple of actions working in the Solana plugin. As usual, we start Visual Studio, connect to WSL. Once you're in WSL, start up the command prompt. Gonna get the Eliza GitHub link. We do, let's see where we are. Okay, so we just can do git clone, and today we'll call it Eliza main Solana. Okay, we'll wait for that to clone. Once we get that to clone, we'll do cd into it, Eliza cd Eliza main Solana. Okay, and then we do p npm install. Once that is done, we'll do p npm build. Okay, so now once that is done, as usual, I like to start just simply doing a quick test. Let's open up the repo. First thing we need to create is obviously the env file. We'll do a simple env file. And before we go in there, let's go check our characters. I usually just use C3PO as my test, and I haven't tried Anthropic, but in this video I'll just do OpenAI, which is what I'm just comfortable with and I know works. So once in there, then we go to the env file. Okay, here is my env file. Here's where I'm going to plug in my OpenAI key. Okay, all I have to do it is plug it in, get my OpenAI key. Since that is a secret, I'm just going to quickly go off screen to paste that. Close the file, I'm going to bring it back. Okay, now since we already built it, let's do a quick test. The way to do that would be npm start characters, go to get path to my C3PO. So they probably have this saved somewhere. So okay, yeah, something like this. So npm start characters and give the path to the character. All right, so let's start that. Okay, looks like it got started. To test it, we do another. We have to start the actual client, PNPM start client, and then we do that. So now we take this URL and start it here. C3PO shows up. Let's see if it works. Say hi. Just looking for some kind of response. Good evening. All right. How may I assist you? So that's done. Okay, cool. Now let's see where the Solana plugin is. So there is a Solana plugin. Once you go in there, you'll find it here. There are a few of them. I don't know the difference. I'm still playing around with them. So this is a Solana plugin. The way to get that working is, let's check the env file, going off screen for a little bit. If you scroll through the env file, you will see a Solana section here. So we need to put in our private key and public key. So let's see if this Solana plugin is even included in the main repo by default. The way to check that would be, let's go to our agent folder, go to source index. If you find the agent runtime, I think, yeah, initial client, agent runtime, create agent. If you scroll somewhere in there, you will see a bunch of includes here. This is the agent runtime, which is the main class of the agent. And then when you scroll down, you will see a Solana. They're trying to read the Solana public key. The way this works is the code checks if there is a Solana public key, and if there is one, or this one, I think this is a legacy, it's checking for this, and then it's going to load the Solana plugin, v1 and v2. So that's how it works. So we'll go back to our env file and we'll find our private key and public key. Now I'll quickly show you how to get the private key using Phantom. So the way to do that would be just go open up your Phantom wallet, enter in your password. Once you do that, so this would be your public key. So just copy that. Public key, and then here put mainnet beta. It's going to talk to your real wallet, but I've noticed that all actions such as swap don't work on DevNet, so I just make a small wallet and just test it on mainnet beta, because all the actions will work as they're intended to be. So I'll show you how to get the private key, but obviously I won't, when I copy paste it, I won't show it on screen. The way to do that is go in here, go to edit, go to your primary key, and here's your show your private key. Click on that, and then that's when it'll show you private key. Just copy paste that into your env file. So take that off screen. Once you get the copy the private key, paste it into the private key field, Solana private key. Okay, gonna scroll off, and then I'm gonna bring it back. The next important section is, this is already mainnet, so we don't have to touch it. These are all pretty constant. Next thing you would want to check is the Bird Eye API key. This is what the Solana plugin uses to get everything working. So let's, in order to get the BoardEye API key, go to boardeye.so. In there you will see something called databases. Go in there, create your free account, and when you log in, you will have an option to create an API key. So I created one here already. So once you have that, just copy paste that. Okay, I'm closing my env folder, and then let's see if I need to restart. Let me restart everything. I'm gonna do a build once more. Since I probably just the env file, I didn't really need build, I just needed to restart, but I did it. So once that's done, I'm gonna restart my client. I think I already have a client, so let me bring them back. All right, let's see it's working still. Looks like we're good. So let's see. First test I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer some SOL from one account to another. So for example, I have two accounts here, so primary and account 2. I want to transfer, so everything I pasted is all my public key and private key belong to primary, right? So from that I want to move some SOL to account 2. So I'll go to account 2, and then I want to copy the address, right? So I'm going to say send the 0.1 SOL to this address. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna start Phantom. I'm gonna pin it to the site to see if I can see anything. So that didn't really work. So let's see. I'm gonna turn up the log level to see if I can find anything. I'm gonna do this debug, save it. I'm gonna run it again. Close this out. Send 0.1 SOL to. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to watch the logs this time. If you look at the Solana plugin, you'll see it has a few actions, and one of them should be transfer SOL. Transfer SOL should understand send SOL. If you look at the examples, it looks pretty straightforward. In our case, it's saying that it cannot find that. Okay. One way to debug this would be to start this and start our agent in oh no. Once we have a JavaScript terminal, I can start our character again. So I'm going to put a breakpoint in the action to see what happens. Okay, let me put a breakpoint around here. Then I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see if I can get that. I'm gonna try. Oh no, sorry. Get this one. See, it has a breakpoint. You can go in there, transfer context. Let's see what content it gets. Content, yeah, amount. Oh yeah, okay. Guess amount and the recipient. That looks good. Need an address. Invalid. Okay. For some reason, this thing is getting considered as a string, I think. So it's expecting it like this, but when you go back, the content, it has this as a string. Okay. So I don't know if that is a known bug or anything, but I can try to fix it. So finish execution. Let me see if I can force the amount to that. Okay, all right. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna do a build again. Build. We're still in the JavaScript terminal, so hopefully we'll hit the brick again. Okay, I'm gonna put a brick here this time. Let's start my character again. Okay, looks like that started, so let me see if I can test it again. Open it up. Let's see. Send 0.1 sol 2. Let me get my address again. Here. Okay. Let's check our breakpoints. Ooh. Oh, okay, cool. So it's 0.1. Oh, okay, so this time went past it, so it looks like we're past the error, and let's see if it works. Okay, it's thinking. Let's see what our chat says. Oh, transaction hash. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so it did. It looks like something worked. Let's see if it actually kicked in. Cool, yeah, so my account now has 0.2. It had 0.1 before and 0.21. Let's see this transaction in the Explorer. So if you go in here, now that's the thing. Copy this one. And there's a transaction live on the Solana mainnet network. Awesome. Do one more test. The next test would be, I'm going to go back to account 1. And I'm going to say swap 0.1 Solana to USDC. Okay. Swap 0.1 Sol to USDC. Don't think it really worked. The reason being, it says output mint cannot be parsed invalid. I am familiar with this error, so I can kind of show you guys what is happening. Somehow USDC is not able to be translated to its output token mint address. Sol has some hard coding, looks like. Let me find it. Yeah, here. But USDC does not. So I don't know how people handle that. The other thing I could find out is you can minimize this. Let's say we can go in here and say what is USD coin. If you go in there, it has this address. So we can give our agent a hint about how this can be done. So just say swap 0.1 Sol to USDC. The USDC contract address is this. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. USDC 0.1.1 1.4 Solana. like it hit a breakpoint, so I'm gonna take that breakpoint off. Okay. Looks like it actually worked. It's doing something before the agent comes back, but you can see that the transaction actually happened. My Solana is down and my USDC is up, which is the good news. I have to dig into a little more to see what the agent is still thinking through. Let's wait for another minute and see if we get some kind of a response to the front end. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, oh my token swap address, nice. It shall proceed to execute this, and address provided. Please hold on for a moment. Okay. Don't know if it errored out or it's still thinking. Although I thought I saw a transaction ID somewhere in here. Probably lost it already. Oh, okay, here. I waited a few minutes, but agent didn't really say anything, although we know the contract on the transaction went through. I don't want to extend this video by trying to figure out what really happened. I think it's beyond the scope of this video to debug the agent, but this is just a quick introduction of how to play around with plugins and especially the Solana plugin.